Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In this one you will need item 13 from your memory pieces kit, and there are 8 of these word problems that say roses, and I will explain to you about the roses as we go. And I've just pasted my little squares down onto a sheet of paper. You can do that in any order you want to. I put in my actual notebook, I put 2 to a page because they're bigger than what this appears to be. So just paste them down into your notebook however you want them in there. I just didn't want you to have to write all this stuff with me, so I printed them beforehand. But I'm going to start with this problem about Aaliyah. It says Aaliyah had $24 to spend on 7 pencils. After buying them, she had $10 left. How much did each pencil cost? So this is a pretty basic algebra equation. You may be able to figure it out in your head. That's great if you can. But I want to show you the algebra way to solve the problem. And when I was teaching, I used to tell my students to remember the acronym ROSES to help them remember the steps in problem solving. So I wanted to share that with you too. I think that it will help you. It helps you learn how to think through word problems, which is usually what's being tested. It's not really the answer that they're testing, it's your ability to think. So this sort of guides you through the thinking process. So let's look at R. R means to read. Read the problem carefully. Underline keywords, especially in the question, and determine the units. So let's do that. Let's read the problem again. One of the things I'm going to do is to highlight all the numbers. Aaliyah had $24 to spend on 7 pencils. After buying them, she had $10 left. How much did each pencil cost? I'm also going to highlight keywords, left and each. I'm especially interested in this one because it's in the question, and that is where the keywords matter most. Did you notice what else I highlighted? I didn't just highlight numbers. I highlighted the units that go with those numbers. So here's what I want you to notice. First of all, let's write the question in this space. How much did each pencil cost? So I am looking for a dollar amount. When I get to my answer, it should be in terms of dollars. I'm looking for the price of each pencil. So when I say determine the units, that's what I'm talking about. The units will be money. Let's organize. To organize, you write down all the numbers. So we have $24. That's what she started with. We have 7, and that goes with pencils. We have $10 that she had left. And we are to determine the cost of each pencil. Now there are a couple of ways that you can set up this problem. I'm going to show you both of them because I want to make sure that you know the 2 ways. Here's the first way. first of all, there is no junk. I need all of these numbers to start with. Let's also determine the unknown. The unknown in this problem is the price per pencil. So here's one way to do this problem. And let me just make a line right here, down through here, because I'm going to show you two different methods. I'm going to do one of them in red so you can follow what I'm doing. We could set this problem up to say the money she started with minus the pencils is the $10 she was left with. Let me just put it in words. So she started with $24. She bought 7 pencils. The unknown is the price per pencil. And then she had $10 left. So we could definitely solve the problem this way if we wanted to. So we could say 24 minus 7p equals 10. Draw the power t. This is set up and solve, the s. So we have the variable on this side, and we have the constant on this side. So we're going to move the 24 and cancel. And that leaves us with negative 14. Then divide by negative 7. And here's the solution. The pencils were $2 each. Okay, that's one way that you could solve this problem. That is actually not the way I solved it. My brain works a little bit differently, and here's what I did. I said the money that she spent plus the money that she had left is the money that she started with. So she spent 7 times whatever p is. She has $10 left, and that totals up to be 24. So this is actually the problem that I solved. I said 7p plus 10 is 24. So the 7 pencils plus what she had left over was the 24 that she began with. And here's the variable. And here's the constant. So I have a minus 10, a minus 10, and that left me with 7 pencils totaling $14. So that means that each of those pencils was $2. So either way you see that, either way, if you see it the red way or the blue way, you will get the same answer. There is not a single way with most of these problems. So if you see it a different way, do it a different way, and that's okay. As long as your algebra is sound and it's solid and it's correct, you'll be fine. E stands for examine. So I want to check my work. Let's see if this fits, if it works out the way we're supposed to. So it said that she bought 7 pencils, and I believe that those 7 pencils each cost $2. That's what my solution tells me. So that is 7 times 2, that's $14, plus the 10 that she had left. And sure enough, that checks out to be $24. So I know that my math is right. I know that that 2 is in fact the correct solution. So here's the answer. One pencil costs $2. First of all, is that reasonable for a pencil? If it's a mechanical pencil or a nice pencil, that is not unreasonable. That could happen. Does it match the units? Remember up here we know that we're looking for a dollar amount. Down here we found a dollar amount, so the units have to match. You always want to make that connection between that unit and this one. Does it match? If it doesn't, you've done something wrong. This is the problem-solving process. If you learn to solve problems this way, you will very rarely miss a problem. If you think through roses when you solve problems, you will very rarely make a mistake, because the process sort of prevents mistakes if you follow it correctly. Let's do another one. Let's look at Maria. Maria bought 7 boxes. A week later, 1/2 of all her boxes were destroyed in a fire. There are now only 22 boxes left. How many boxes did Maria have to start with? So let's write the question in this space. How many boxes did Maria have to start with? So can you identify in one word, what my unit will be in my answer? In the last problem we were looking for dollars. In this problem we're looking for the number of boxes. So when I get down here to this last section, to the S, it better be about boxes. Okay, so let's go back and highlight our numbers. We have 7 boxes that she bought. We have a week, that's 1 week. 1/2 of boxes were destroyed in a fire. There are now 22 boxes left. So let's organize this information. We know that she bought 7 boxes. We know that there was 1 week that passed, and that 1/2 of all her boxes were destroyed. And I'm going to shorten that. I'm just going to say gone. And we know that she has 22 boxes left. Now, I want you to look at this information right here and tell me the piece that doesn't fit. Which one of those 4 numbers is the junk? Which one of them does not belong? It's the week. We don't care about how long it took. We are interested in boxes. So notice here, boxes, 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 week. Week is extra information. So get rid of it. We're not going to use it. That's the junk. So I'm going to organize this problem in my mind it just in words. So here's what I know. I know that she has some boxes left. That there was a fire and she has some boxes left. I know that she had some boxes to start with. And I know she bought some boxes, so she added to her boxes. And I know that 1/2 of all of those that she had were destroyed. 1/2 of all of those boxes were destroyed. So that means that 1/2 was left after the fire. So here's what I want to do. I want to substitute some numbers. Plus sign, we've got a plus sign. She added boxes. She added 7. These are the boxes that she bought. We don't know how many boxes she had. That's the unknown. So I'm going to use the letter S for how many she started with. That's what we don't know. We know 1/2. That's perfectly fine. How many were left after the fire? There were 22. So here's the setup. 1/2 of S plus 7 equals 22. And this is the equation that you and I need to solve. So first we need to distribute. We have 1/2 S plus 1/2 times 7 is 3.5. And that's equal to 22. Then let's draw the power T. Here you have your variable. And here you have your constant. So we're going to minus 3.5 from both sides. Use your calculator, that's fine. So I have 1/2 S. 22 minus 3.5 is 18.5. And then I'm going to multiply that by 2 over 1. So I am left with S equals 37 over 1. So S is 37. And I had to run down into that next space, but that's okay. So let's check our work. Let's see if it fits. So let's take the number of boxes that we believe she started with. That was 37. And she added 7. That's what she bought. So that gives me 44. So she had 44 boxes. Then the fire started and 1/2 of that 44 were destroyed. What is 1/2 of 44? 22. 22 were destroyed. So that means that she had 22 left. And that's what the problem told us, that she had 22 left over. So does it fit? She had 37 boxes to start with. This can make your head hurt. This is more than just solving equations. This is actually very, very complicated.